Today I will do 4S in my E-Flite clip wing cab. So I don't know if the original stock EEC does actually accept 4S, but I have an Avian 45 amp inside and it does support 4S. So let's head outside and fly this clip wing cab. Today I have a 4S battery inside. It's a 2200 milliamp smart battery from Spektrum. There's also a lot of wind today. I can already feel that 4S in this clip wing cab. That's really, you can actually feel the added power. So when you push it, it just becomes much more agile. So let's see if this inverted flying works great. Doesn't feel like the CG is off, so that's great.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
I really dig the fast roll rate on this RC plane. It's not as crazy as something like the Timber X or Night Timber X, or for that matter even the OMP Bighorn is really snappy and agile. But it's a fun aerobatic RC plane, just the right size, is 1.2 meter.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
So it does really pick up speed when you push it on 4S and just roll super straight. Usually I have a thing for planes that can actually roll fast, because then they are so much easier to just get them where you want. You don't need to have snap ropes are really fun, but you don't have to wait for the RC plane to do anything, and you just pull the stick and you get an instant response without any lag. So you have the EEC alarm then, and usually it's triggered when you do kind of these snap rolls and you just kill the throttle totally. So the EEC is actually tricked. So it's no problem with the battery, but I'm just taking it easy, a few seconds, and then push it again. And I think you can easily do at least 5 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes is pushing it a little bit if you do push the RC plane all the time. Inverted flying is really easy with this clip wing cab. It's not the most best sounding prop on this RC plane. It's a little bit different than many other planes from E-Flite. So, and this is an old RC plane, so it would be interesting to try something different and maybe just change the prop when I do 4S also. Let's get this one down then. With a 4S battery inside this clip wing cab, I think it does actually get really exciting. But I'm not really sure, because I do like 3S. I think 3S is just nice. You have a lot of agility still on this RS airplane. So it's like when you fly the OMP Bighorn, you can fly the Bighorn on 3S and on 4S, but it's so able on 3S. So 4 is like overkill. And I think that on this one, 4S, okay, it is a little bit more fun, but I honestly think that 3S it's more than enough. And it's so great just to fly this one. I have a really great time when I do. So the weak thing then is the landing gears. They kind of suck. So you have to, if you own this one, I think you've experienced them, breaking on some point, because it does only take like one rough landing. And it's also, I do get a little bit of imbalance in the prop, which of course I could balance this one. But then I don't know if they will come out of balance again. But there's something to look into, and I think it's more when you do aerobatics, or if you go like knife edge, then it does sound a little bit odd. Other than that, I think you can just expect more or less good, solid 5-minute aerobatic flight on this one on a 2200 milliamp battery, and it's also great to have like a top feeder. And this fuse is also reinforced all the way with the carbon fiber rods. So it's a really good construction. I would hope for E-Flite to bring this one back with new electronics inside, of course.